Hey guys, and welcome back with me, Jar, for episode 8 of my hardcore Minecraft series. Today's episode is a pretty simple one compared to the big project of last one with the big creeper floaty farm. Today it's going to be a sheep farm and some more building in the village. Hopefully get this market area looking a little bit more filled out rather than just one individual stall, and hopefully get some slightly more exciting banner colours than the browns, which I recycled from the village. And then add in some more details around some of the things I haven't quite finished off, such as the creeper farm itself. I'm going to add some of the little islands that are going to be floating below it, and some of the actual details on the main building. Future plans on that, hopefully adding some sort of big portal on the top. But without further ado, let's get on into the episode. Hey guys, VoiceOver Jar here. As we mentioned in the intro, I am going to build a sheep farm. Not a sheep farm in the normal sense of just breeding them up, but the one where we get all the different coloured wools. So, as you can see here, I go about gathering all the resources I need to make all the redstone components, and then some of the blocks and stuff to make the actual physical containers for the sheep. Then in the time lapse, as you can see, I go about making a 2x1 trench to fit in my hoppers and my chests, and then go along forcing the grass block into the hopper minecart's entities so I can have it draw out the wool as it gets sheared later on. Then I build up all the containing sort of areas and stuff for the sheep, leaving myself at a lovely spot in which to go back to regular Jar, who talks about getting all the sheep into the pens. So, as you can see, this is the wool farm, all prepped and ready, filled with shears, ready to get snipping away, making me plenty of colourful wools. The next bit I need to do is get the sheep in here, which will be the fun, annoying, and probably downright frustrating job of the entire thing. So here we have it guys, the completed wool farm, with all the lovely colours that I might possibly need for any of the future projects, such as finishing off the market. And as you can see, we have gathered 25 wool already, so the farm is working very nicely. However, what is not working very nicely is how ugly all this is. So I'm going to add a nice lovely barn over the top of all this, so it kind of fits in a bit with the aesthetic of this little farming district, ignoring the ugly nether portal. But that's what we're going to go and do now. Hey guys, and welcome back from the time lapse. As you can see, the barn is very much completed and detailed. But I'm going to quickly just have a tour around the barn and kind of talk you through some of the detailing that I did. So, as you can see here at the entrance, I've gone for a combination of the coarse dirt and the packed mud for a kind of nice sort of idea that there's a lot of business and activity hustling and bustling around this entrance. And then we've got some sort of hay bales and stuff which are going to tie into the wheat farm and field that we're going to have behind here and stuff. Kind of tie up towards the other field that we've got there on the hill. Around the side, and this sort of nice little canopy, it's kind of showing how it's overgrown onto the roof. We have a nice little bit of storage under this sort of section and stuff, with a nice spot of packed mud again, sort of increasing that density to show that, yeah, this is where everyone stands and they've been packing it down. And then bits and bobs such as like the andesite walls with the spruce fences to kind of show a more aged look and tie in with the building. I'm very happy with it, and then I've added bits of dripstone just to kind of add those little particle effects that you see about the place and just make it look a little bit more alive and lived and used. Coming back, just added patches of moss and these little fence posts with a nice lanternite just to kind of light the area up. And then coming around, ignoring the inside, we've added a nice little bench seat in there with some of the campfires extinguished to kind of diversify this little entrance here so it doesn't look so bland, because I was quite concerned about this wall looking very sort of bland and nothing really happening. So I've just spotted in a few little details and some more sort of storage, kind of show that again this area is a little bit more used. Then the path, very basic path, continues round with a little bit more overgrown towards onto the roof, and then this is kind of sort of cross beam effect on the back, and yeah, pretty empty on the back here. I'm not quite made up my mind what I would like to kind of extend out this way, but there is plans for like a nice garden, maybe like a small hedge maze and kind of more civilized section, kind of tying in with the sort of grander buildings on the top of the village. Anyway, coming back around, that is kind of all there is to talk about. Again, adding in some of the flowering azaleas just for pops of colour in places, and yep, generally speaking, I'm quite pleased with this. It does its job well of hiding this sheep and wool farm, which was just standing out and looked really ugly. But that is it for this episode. Just spin around. If you've enjoyed it, think about a like and a subscribe. And next episode, I'm hoping to kind of clear away some of this stuff and maybe even go and defeat the Wither for the first time. Never defeated the Wither, and I think after defeating the Ender Dragon for the first time, it seems only natural to go and add that and tick that off my list as well. So, for now guys, thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.